Welcome everyone to Spyder Extras. Today we're going to do this bike's first oil change. The manufacturer recommends up to 3,000 miles. That's when you should do your first change. The first thing we need to do, according to the manual, we're going to remove the right side body panels. So we're going to use an Allen, or actually a star bit, to get those removed. And we'll go from there. The SM6 model, which this is, requires 4.5 liters of oil when you're doing the engine oil replacement and the oil filter replacement. So we'll be using the kit I recently purchased from Amazon. All right, guys, we're going to remove the right side panels here. Of course, this panel is removed just by turning the little lock. This larger panel is removed with star bits. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to go ahead and remove those. All right, after I removed the lateral service cover, I also noted there are push pins here, 3 push pins. So they'll also have to be removed, which can be done with a screwdriver. Just be careful with the body work. Right here, and just pull up on it easily. Just use your fingers, you should be able to get the rest of the way out. There you go. And do that for all 3. Then just pop that panel off to gain access to everything we should need. Before I get started with draining the oil, first I want to let you know on the left side, the plug, which takes a 45 Torx bit or wrench to take it out, it's located. Make sure I show you guys correctly here underneath. And I'm going to bring you right to it. And right up in there. All right, and the other one, which I think is a number 6 Allen, is located on the other side, which is much more accessible. And it's located right there. Okay, now going back to the top, you also have to remove the oil filter cap. And it's right there, and that takes a 36mm socket. And what I'm using, actually, the big old boy here, 36mm socket on a 1/2 ratchet. Okay, they recommend running the engine for 20 minutes, let it warm up, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. Then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, we're ready to start draining the oil. We're gonna start on the left side first per the Can-Am recommendations. Like I just said, the bike ran for 30 minutes. That oil's nice and warm. So be very careful. We're gonna use, since it's the left side, we're gonna use the T45 bit with a 3/8 socket. We go down to that location again. As you can see, the bike where we are. And the bit is located right in that little square there. Right up in there. It's actually dripping a little bit now because I wanted to make sure it was going to loosen. So we're going to loosen it all the way here. Back out. Bring it the rest of the way out. All right, that oil's warm. Should have been wearing gloves, but it's not terrible. Now I'm letting it drain out, as you can see. We're gonna let this all drain out. Then we're gonna do the other side. All right, this is my oil change kit. It's made by BRP. Like I said, it's about $104, and that was purchased on Amazon. We drained the left side. As you can see, we still have to drain the right, but this is the drain plug we took out, and we'll replace all the washers with those included in the kit. As you can see from the bottom, this is the one that takes the 45 torques. So make sure you have the right equipment. It makes the job way easier and you won't strip. All right, these are all my washers included in the kit and seals. We're replacing, like I said, the plug from the left side first. And they're all color coded, makes it very simple. There are 3 different ones with a metallic crush washer. Okay, now we're putting the new ones on. All right, we're going to reinstall that back into the bike. All right, the left side has been reinstalled, and that's the drain plug from the oil sump cover. And that's supposed to be torqued to 21 pound-feet on that side. Now we're going to move to the other side, which is the magnetic drain plug. And after this one's drained, this one needs to be torqued to 15 pound per feet. So we're going to go ahead and drain this side. All right, we're undoing the plug on the right hand side. As you can see, it's under the crankcase. This is the magnetic plug. This is the one you take off with the number 6 Allen wrench. We're going to let that drain, and we're going to replace everything. All right, we removed the plug, and as you can tell, this is my first oil change, and you can see the break-in metal fragments, and the magnetic plug does its job. And that copper crush washer is the one we have to replace, and we'll be putting it back in after we clean it off. Ready to take off the oil filter cover. We're using a 36 millimeter driver. As you can see, this is on the right side of the bike where we took off the panel. Right below the oil dipstick, as you can see, it's the yellow, has the yellow handle on it. All right, we got that off. And we're taking a filter out. And there's the filter. And you'll see all those 3, the orange rubber seals. We're going to replace all of those. We have the old oil filter out. We're going to replace the filter and all the gaskets, rings, washers, or seals, whatever you want to call them. Much easier to use a flathead screwdriver to get the seals off. Okay, we're reinstalling the oil filter.
Rotax goes to the bottom.
And make sure the Rotax is at the bottom. And we'll reinsert that. And of course we'll retighten it with our socket set. And after this, the next step is to put the oil back in. Okay, we got that tight, and I'll be right back with everyone in a minute. All right, we're getting ready to refill the bike with oil. As you can see, it's 5W40. We're going to use a funnel. We went ahead and already took the dipstick out, and we'll check as we fill. And we'll start filling. Here we go. And after we're done here, we'll check for leaks. We'll start the engine, and the oil light will come on, but it should go off like within a few minutes. If it stays on, check your oil level. But we're going to check it as we fill the bike with the dipstick. All right, the oil's in. Now we're going to check it with the dipstick, see where we're at for the final amount and the final level.
Right at the top.
And right at the top, so should be where we need to be because it'll go down some after the engine started. So we'll check it again after the engine runs for a few minutes. We'll go ahead and start it. Hey guys, the oil change is done. It was pretty simple, just a little meticulous, but you had to make sure you had all the parts, all the tools, and ran the engine. There's no leaks, and that engine takes every bit of the 4.8 quarts of oil. So just to let you know. So all's good, and I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you next time on Spyder Rider Extras.